first step. We're basically got all the top brush off. We're gonna start popping up the tops, getting really the big chunks. I'll give you a quick picture and a little video to show kind of what's under there. Some of the areas are pretty good. After that, we're gonna use the pressure washer, get some of this top stuff off, and then we're gonna clear out the bottom, make sure the chutes are good, and that's a job well done. It's a little rainy out here, but hey, pressure washer, we're always getting wet anyway, so gotta make that money. So what we do when we have these gutter guards, there's a couple different types. You know, these are ones that go under the shingle and then they just clip by like a kind of like a U-clip. So all you really do is you just push it down like that. Sometimes it's a little tough because usually there's a connector bar right there that kind of holds the gutter up, and then you just pop it up. And you see how in there you got all that dirty stuff. Like this one, you got a tree growing over there. There's a couple trees. You know, gutter guards they work great, but you get seeds in there, and it over the years it ends up leaving a little bit of dirt in there. So that's a perfect foundation for a little tree to grow. And then that's how you end up, even with gutter guards, to still have trees growing out of your gutters. You know, this is something you want to do pretty regularly. Usually once a year. We have a pine tree right here, and we have I'm not really sure what that is. I'm not the greatest with tree identification, but basically you try to get it every year, so then it gets all the little grimy stuff out of there, and then it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to maintain it without having trees growing into there, which causes a little bit more of a process. But we're gonna get it done today. I'm not gonna show you how to clean everything. You know, I'm just gonna kind of do this one real fast. It's a simple process. You just stick your hands in there, you get yourself dirty, and you clean it on out. You know, these screens, you're not gonna get perfect. Right back there, you see that mesh screen. It's supposed to be attached to the bottom of this where it stops it from going in there, but there's really no way for me to fix that. You know, you basically got to replace the guards and then redo everything. But we're gonna get this clean and flowing good. And kind of the process is very simple. You just stick your hand in there, you grab all the dirty stuff, and then you flop it on out. You know, that's basically what it is. Just get in there, you grab it, and you flop it out. You know, your hand get a little dirty, but hey, what's one thing they say? Dirty hands equals clean money. Let's get it. All right, everybody. So the next stage of this is, you can see I got all of it out. The main problem we were having was these screens are designed with a mesh underlay, but after a good amount of time it ends up falling off, so I had to remove all those, let the homeowner know. I'm possibly going to be able to take care of that for them. But yeah, when these only have about 5 years on them, after that they kind of really start deteriorating. It's only made up with basically it's glue, so over time it degrades. But basically I got all the big stuff out of there. Now what I'm doing is right here. So basically I'm just going to shoot water. I got my machine warming up, and I'm gonna ride this all the way down the trough, and it's gonna get it nice and sparkly clean like that. I'll show you the other side to see what we're looking at. You see how all that grime and dirt's under there? We're gonna get that all cleaned up. We got all the big stuff out, and then we're just gonna flush her out. All right, this is the last little flush we got going on here. Give you an idea how clean it is now. All right, see, look at that, nice and clean. Basically, we take this, it's kind of like a snake. We snake it all the way down there, and then we slowly get the grime and dirt and like little pieces, and then it just flushes it on out. And then after that, I already did the other side where I take these, put these back. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop on top of the roof, give this you can kind of, there's still stuff on the top lip, so I'm going to clean that up a little bit for them. And then we're out of here. You got to do a little groundwork. Just got to clean up some of the stuff that we threw out of there, and then we're out of here. You know, it's a good day's work. Took about maybe 2 hours altogether. You know, can't complain, having fun. All right, I got a little process of how I get these gutters back on, gutter guards. I'll give you a quick look. All right, what we need to do is we need to get this lip on top. Now, if you put it in, there's no way for me to grab it and try to push it in. You see what I'm saying? You push it in, you still got all this still under the lip. So I'm gonna try to give you the best look I can to show you how I do it. So basically, I got this little mini pick right here. So what I do is I lift it up like that, and then I hold it to where one corner is up. You see how I have one corner up? And what I do is I stick it in the top lip, and then I run it down. Try to give you a side look. And then what it does is it pops it right on. Now you see how it just popped on there? And then I could just feed it right on. Then there you go. Lips nice where it needs to be. Took about 10-15 seconds. When I first tried doing this, my first couple jobs, it was a problem. I did not know what I was doing. It's a learning experience. You know, you find out little tricks, little trades, and then makes your job easier.